okay, I will do whatever I want and you will have nothing to say about it. And even if you say something, it does not matter يعني, it's all up to me يعني, إنه خلاص. يعني we all seek our freedom يعني, in one way or the other يعني. If you have stopped seeking your freedom, there is something going on that you need to figure out. I want to know more about يعني, our relationship with freedom يعني. With some people it has been like an active beginning where they realize, oh, I know I can say no to something, I know I can say yes, I know I can like follow my freedom, like, you know. And it's really, really important. I mean for me, here's the secret for you. It's not so secret anymore now that I'm telling you, but it's a secret for me that not a lot of people know. So I had a refugee document for like until the age of 18, right? So it was very difficult to move or travel or go anywhere. يعني, you know, it's really a black hole, that thing. Like, you know, I don't wish it upon anybody. I really, really don't. But it was really hilarious. And by the time I actually did get a passport, okay, I was almost gonna get in trouble because at the immigration, they usually, you know, the officer basically looked at my passport and she was like, oh, okay, great. What's the purpose of your visit? And I was like, pleasure? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, you know, just visiting. She's like, okay, great, fantastic, you know, and went through, and it was so quick in comparison to the other times when you have a refugee document. Like that thing is really intense. Like, you know, at the immigration desk usually, like a lot of people, one person calls the next person, and the third and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh and the eighth and the ninth, and they're like, what is this? What is this document that looks like a passport, but it's not a passport? You're not allowed to go anywhere, and you're only allowed to enter here. And it's like, it's really complicated. So the difference between that and getting to the first time ever crossing like any border with a passport, and she's like, okay, go through, and I'm like, are you sure? Do you have more questions for me? She's like, no, everything is cool, have fun, enjoy your stay. And I'm like, are you sure it's okay to go through? And she's like, then she started doubting. I was behaving really, really oddly, okay, really oddly, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, okay, and I just took my passport and went, you know, because it was so stressful for me, yani, you know, being 18 and being like, and having a passport and knowing, like, you know, that's a sense of freedom that a lot of people take for granted. But anyways, that's physical freedom, like that's like the freedom to physically move around with you. But what I also mean is freedom in general, like, you know, taking your freedom, because if you notice at any stage of our lives, I feel like as a kid, teenager, adult, older person, like if you are exercising your freedom, okay, you're free to do what you want. Yani, you're free to make your choices, be friends with whoever you want to be friends with, go where you want to go, do what you want to do. But there's a relationship, like there's something that, you know, where there's these negotiations that happen between you and yourself, and between you and whoever tries to interfere, because there's always somebody who tries to interfere. There's always somebody who's going to be like, why are you doing this? Like, you know, this is not good, you know, bad behavior, good behavior, sinful, shameful. There's all these, like, you know, interruptions, and it's usually people. It's just people with they are projecting their own fears. They're projecting their own insecurity. They are projecting, like, you know, their own sense of wanting to control other people, because I really do believe that the world is cut into two halves. Like, you have the half that is trying to control the other half, and the other half that doesn't care, doesn't want to control them, it doesn't want to control anybody. They just want to chill. They just want to live and be themselves and take it easy and have a shisha. So if you're doing something that doesn't, like, you know, hurt anybody physically, it doesn't affect or change the status of anybody else's life, like, you know, you're minding your business, you're thriving within yourself, you are pursuing your goal, your freedom, like, you know, and taking the necessary steps in order to respond to this ambition that you have, or to respond to the needs that you need in order to have, like, you know, a good energy around you. Okay, شو بيقولوا؟ حرة، هذه حريتي، أنا حرة فيها، حرة.